Hey folks, it's Maxie here and welcome to another TEW2020 video. 2 weeks out with AEW from All Out, and it's another show here where we're hoping to go ahead and really put together AEW's version of WrestleMania. In my opinion, it's got to be, no pun intended, all elite. So hopefully you enjoy it. It's again usual kind of show from last week, same amount of pre-show matches, and again segments that just carry on what we're doing here. So hope you guys enjoy it. Here we go, we'll take it away with another episode of AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite. So this week we're in the Mid-Atlantic. We are at the sold-out Charleston Civic Centre in Charleston, West Virginia. Just talk through our AEW dark matches. So Ricky Starks defeats El Lindaman in 7:16 with the Buster Keaton. This was a 42, a 30 performance from El Lindaman to Ricky Starks 44. Just continuing to gain some momentum for absolute Ricky Starks. We had Hikaru Shida defeat Abaddon in 7:02 with the Tamashi no free count. Again a 42, 41 rated performance for Hikaru Shida and a 36 for Abaddon, so she's recovered from that 1 week concussion and yeah, very very happy with that performance. We had Wardlow defeat Michael Nakazawa in 7:28 with Splash Mountain. A 48 here, Nakazawa with a 23, perfect job of putting Wardlow over, who had a 58 performance. Wardlow's someone I'm looking to work with and hopefully we can really give him a strong 2022, but trust the process on that one. Moving along, we had Anna Jay, the star of the show, defeating Leva Bates in 7:32. It's a 34 rated matchup here. Anna Jay just with a 25, although she was off her game, and Leva Bates with a 35. The Librarian, still not pretty, but the Librarian Peter Avalon doing some good work at ringside. And we also had the team of Chris Statlander and Riho defeating Jamie Hayter and Nyla Rose in 8:50 when Chris Statlander pinned Jamie Hayter. Very respectable 50 performance here, a 52 for Riho, 46 for Chris Statlander, Nyla Rose with 42 and Jamie Hayter with a 39. And our main event, I believe, was about that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat as the Butcher and the Blade defeated Private Party in 10:26 when the Butcher pinned Isaiah Cassidy. This was because we had Isaiah Cassidy being distracted by, of course, the other man in the Hangman policy that isn't Hangman Page, and of course being Shad Spears. The Butcher was a weak link here. He was also off his game alongside Mark Quinn, but two good 62 performances from Private Party. 45 and 35 for the Butcher and the Blade as we continue to build them up. But overall, happy with that. We want to try and get a stacked tag division here, like same as my Impact save. I want goddamn good tag wrestling. So hopefully we can do that here in AEW. So we start the show, and I love a 100 segment because that puts half the pressure on the main event. So this one, I start off with MJF and Wardlow in the ring. And basically it's MJF saying, oh, another week, John Moxley's not here. Looks like we're going to have a count-out victory at All Out. However, John Moxley doesn't appear in the ring. In this instance, I'll make him appear on the Titantron. And he just says, you could have fooled me, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. But the reality is, when I get my hands on you at All Out, I'm going to dissect you limb from limb. I'm going to break you up. I'm going to beat you down pretty damn bad. Properly in like a John Moxley type promo here as you would get. I'm just saying, you're just going to wish you never crossed me because I'm going to make your life a living hell. So, 100 promo. Let me know if you thought that was a good John Moxley attempt. But yeah, looking forward to this one as these two finally go one-on-one. And hopefully no dodgy finishes this time. A bit delighted with that. Opening contest of the evening was the number one contender for the AEW Championship, and it was Pac defeating Frankie Kazarian, of course the man who stole Cody's wife in-game, in 9:35 with the Shooting Star leg drop. AA is very good because of Pac's 90 and a 56 performance from Kazarian. Also notes on that because of that incident and Brandy's contract expiring, she no longer works with AEW in the save. We then had some action in our TNT division, and some of these will be faces you'll see in that TNT match. I'm still familiarising who I want to win it for sure, but it was a decent matchup, and the champion Claudio Castagnoli alongside Tyler Bate and Miro, defeated the team of Ace Austin and the Titans, Brian Cage and Jacob Fatu, in 10:09 when Miro submitted Ace Austin with whatever he wishes to call the accolade. We'll call it game over since he is a top gamer. But very happy with the 70 there. Guys just work perfectly together, and that's pretty much where I'd expect our TNT division to be, in the kind of high 60s, 70s. Of course, a lot of guys that will be pushing towards the main event, and some guys that maybe their ceiling just in terms of their physical ability, maybe limiting where they can go. But happy with it nonetheless. And that matchup, the participants, we should confirm that on next week's Dynamite. Then the hype package for our newest women's wrestler, we have also stole from WWE, Mia Yim, and just a kind of package introducing her. She'll be debuting after All Out, so we're going to have a really, really stacked women's division. I might even look to do like a women's show off stream or off video at one point. I'll see how I feel about it, but just again, as many strong over talents as we can get to mingle with the AEW women's wrestlers so they can all propel themselves to the next level, because I want to get it where maybe Dynamite goes to 3 hours, but at the same time I'm enjoying the fact that it's 2-hour shows, we're filling out dark, and at the same time I'm rotating the people on the shows, so like sometimes main eventers might not even be needed on this show. It's so stacked. So 54, happy with that. Continuing on in the women's division, and we had another warm-up match for Kairi Hojo before she takes on Shayna Baszler for the AEW Women's Championship. She took on the Women's Tag Champ, one half of that, the Blonderage, that is Ali, and Kairi won in 8:43 with the spear. So a 63, 66 played a 56 in terms of match rating here, but it's just given good momentum with Kairi Hojo, giving her good exposure, beating tough opponents, because her versus Shayna, I cannot wait to do that in a Wrestling Nerve Nirvana product in a bigger stage than the NXT. Looking forward to it. We then have a montage. It's just basically Shayna Baszler with a trainer. I would have said Jessamine Duke, as she does usually on Instagram, or Marina Shafir, etc. But of course, contracted WWE wrestlers, so we'll just go that they're basically kick pads, all that, and she just basically ends it with putting her trainer in the, we'll just say the rear naked choke, chokes him out completely, and she just looks at the screen and says, Kairi Hojo, that is your future. So looking forward to that one. I absolutely love putting Shayna Baszler in TW, honestly. If it's this WWE, she just dominates. That's how she should be booked. I mean, just look at her. She is going to kick your ass, basically. And it's a travesty that that one Raw she lost to Dana Brooke. Shouldn't be happening. She's a badass. She is just, should be dominating. Like, just let her be an MMA fighter. Let her be her gimmick and make her be so dominating. Anyway, hype package for Bandito. He'll be debuting shortly as well. More on that though, so that get a 52. You'll see where that's going shortly. And we had AJ Styles in action as he took on Sonny Kiss in the win in 7:37 with a springboard 450 splash. Sonny with a 23 performance, AJ with a 70, 55, just giving AJ a bit of momentum. Sonny's got a gimmick that's getting stale, but I do hope to eventually get other people that can be more enhancement talents so I can push forward the Sonny Kiss Joey Janela tag team. Moving along, we have another meeting for the Dark Order of Cross, Brody Lee, Priscilla Kelly, Darby Allin, Evelyn Stu Grayson, and John Silver. If you're new, Alex Reynolds is injured, Colt Cabana never joined in this version. And Brody Lee's just basically saying, right guys, we've got a 6-man tag for yous. This is an opportunity to take some momentum into All Out, so you can take the belts. And also, after what I spoke to Kip Sabian about last week, I think you should start calling me sir. I demand to be getting called sir. So they'll kind of look at me a bit kind of sceptical, and Silver goes, yes, Mr. Brody Lee, and he just turns around and goes, fucking Silver, what the fuck is wrong with you? So a 60 promo as we continue the build up of the Dark Order. And that 6-man tag saw Best Friends against the Dark Order in a match of terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Grayson, Uno and Silver defeat Best Friends, Cherrent, Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy, and he changed Trent's name, in 9:46 when Stu Grayson pinned Chuck Taylor with a reverse pile driver. Silver the weak link, so obviously we need to build them up. Orange Cassidy, most over guy. I will go with that Orange Cassidy push at one point, but at the now I need trios teams, so he's still with Best Friends. But at 60, It's good, he'll help these matches get better ratings. And the Dark Order may have been unsuccessful going for the Tag Team Championships against the Young Bucks, but are putting themselves in a good position to challenge the Jurassic Express at All Out. Next up, Will Ospreay's in action. So he's been putting a match against Jack Evans. A warm-up match, obviously he'll be facing Sammy Guevara at All Out. It's about the good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Maybe I should have promoted it in-game a bit more. But Ospreay wins in 10:02 with the Stormbreaker. Steal the show matchup in 80. I think if that was 15-16 minutes, it's in the 90s. Ospreay's so over in this mod, so a 98 performance plays a 58. The great chemistry obviously boosting that as well. But the reason for that is he cuts a promo and just says, Sammy, I'm here in AEW. You saw what I've just done to Jack Evans. Don't get me wrong, we are going to have a hell of a matchup at All Out, but it'll be me that'll be there with my hand being raised. So a 78 rating for that. Of course, Sammy has to get a bit arrogant, and he kind of is coming out anyway, gets in the face of Will Ospreay, but he's kind of reluctant to do anything because Hager's there, Santana and Ortiz are there, the inner circle, so security sorts them out and they just get Will Ospreay the hell out of there because Tony Khan, etc. knows how big a marquee matchup this is. It's a money match and they need to keep them apart until then. So again, 81, good for that. Meaning, our main event for the evening was an 80. And it was about had superb wrestling and good heat, and the team of Sammy Guevara and Jake Hager, they defeated the Young Bucks in 1804 when Sammy Guevara pinned Nick Jackson, illegally using the ropes for leverage. We had Ortiz run in and attack Matt Jackson, leaving the 2-on-1 beatdown. Jake Hager was a weak link, struggling to keep up everyone else's in-ring performance. He had a 78 compared to a 95 and 91 and an 86. Yeah, the Young Bucks might be difficult to get the tag titles off at one point. But an 80 matchup's good. I think the colour commentary is absolutely hammered that there. So colour com I think is Matt Striker and Tony Schiavone. So come on, they need to get Taz in here. But nah, still happy with it. As I say, we'll get those matches down the line. It could of course be limited because it was 18 minutes rather than 20. And obviously you want you're going to penalise for low experience to the commentary team as well, but you want a pay-per-view matchup to do well, so hopefully that happens down the line. And main event segment, of course, we haven't had them on the show at all. Contract signing for the World Championship, and it's just basically conducted by the AEW matchmaker Mick Foley. Hangman signs it, Pac signs it, and then they brawl. Just wanted a big rating, so I wasn't sure I was going to get the 100. Segment deserves better colour commentary, so Matt Striker hopefully will start improving. Pac's got a stale gimmick, but we won't be fixing that until after All Out. Overall, the show itself delivers an 84, popularity increases in 53 regions, so that will probably be in the States, Canada, Mexico, and then of course we have a small AEW network that covers the lesser countries, so we've got lesser coverage in like India, the UK, because we lost that deal. So I'm hoping, as I say, we can improve on them, but as I say, it's not really bothering about the pop in America. It's just a case now of putting on some damn good matches and hopefully improving there. So nothing really happening there. Nakuri Doi with an injury. We have Kenny Omega signing a new 3-year contract, and Trent Beretta signs a new 2-year contract, so they're both done. Just made his a per show deal, so it's a wee bit cheaper, saving a bit of money. We'll try to get Raymond Rowe. His contract's up. Hanson's is up in 2 months' time. So if I can get War Machine and get them back to being War Machine, again, just having the best tag division in the world since we never, of course, get FTR. So we'll offer a new contract to Raymond Rowe so we can ensure we get him. Brody Lee says that Ricky Starks is a good worker. So again, because of what I mentioned, why we're keeping Brody Lee in the save. He obviously is such a well-respected man when he was backstage and helped so many people. So I mean, that just shows that in here. The 2.85 for a TV rating. So, colour comms. So I hope the way that is got, because of that, hopefully it does mean that these two are the colour comms, but if it means I need to change it, I'll just switch and put Morrow there, Striker there, and then Schiavone there, because Striker's still done alright in that role. I know he's preferred being the lead commentator where else he's been after WWE, But I thought he'd done it well. Tony does that role perfectly, the whole just kind of my stats, and well, people do love Mauro Ronaldo. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but Mamma Mia and all that. So thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead now and book the Go Home show, which is going to be very vital because I've got a massive match card that we need to make sure is covered in every single match. Because you notice, we need to confirm what Kenny Omega's doing. We need to obviously bring more stuff in for Chris Jericho, Cody and the Lucha Brothers, what's going to happen with those programs. So a lot to cover in next week's show. But thanks for the support, hope you enjoyed it. As I say, if you're looking for realism, these saves are not going to be bringing that anymore. But yeah, let's just have a good fun, some good fun, enjoy the journey, and cheers for watching. Take it easy, bye bye.